What if I told you that some of the most influential figures in American politics once believed that vaccines were unavoidably unsafe? In 1986, Ronald Reagan and the 99th Congress passed a law that would change the landscape of vaccine safety forever. The National Childhood Vaccine Injury Act was born, labeling vaccines as unavoidably unsafe and shielding manufacturers from liability. Fast forward to today, and Senator Elizabeth Warren accuses Robert F. Kennedy Jr. of spreading dangerous views on vaccine safety. But is she aware of the very laws her predecessors enacted? In her letter to Kennedy, Warren exposes a glaring ignorance of federal vaccine policy. The 1986 Act was passed to protect vaccine makers from civil claims when a child was harmed by a vaccine. This law placed all vaccines administered to children in the legal category of unavoidably unsafe. Mary Holland, CEO of Children's Health Defense, has spoken on the legal standing of vaccine safety. The language about unavoidable side effects comes directly from the National Childhood Vaccine Injury Act. This was based on the Second Restatement of Torts, a legal treatise from the mid-1960s. The restatement considered all vaccines as unavoidably unsafe products. In 2011, the Supreme Court's ruling in Brusewitz v. Wyeth reinforced this notion. The court acknowledged that Congress considers vaccines to be unavoidably unsafe. Yet many medical authorities argue that vaccines are safe when advocating for school mandates. Organizations like the American Academy of Pediatrics and the American Medical Association have conflicting stances. They support vaccine safety in public, but argue vaccines are unavoidably unsafe in legal settings. This contradiction has caused distrust among parents and vaccine safety advocates. In 2015, the main chapter of the AAP argued for the removal of vaccine exemptions, claiming vaccines are safe. But in court, they argue the opposite to maintain liability protection. Kim Spencer of the Thinking Moms Revolution highlights this hypocrisy. She notes that the industry's conflicting claims have won them both liability protection and public distrust. Senator Warren also accused Kennedy of spreading false hysteria about vaccines causing autism. However, Congress itself ordered studies into the vaccine autism link back in 1986. The National Institutes of Health conducted these studies, published by the National Academy of Sciences in 1991. The report found no data linking vaccines to autism, but also noted that no one had ever looked. Today, over 200 scientific papers show multiple vaccine autism links, challenging the 1991 conclusions. Senator Warren and others skeptical of Kennedy must understand his deep knowledge of vaccine law. Labeling Kennedy a conspiracy theorist would also implicate the entire legislative branch. Former Congressman Henry Waxman, who introduced the 1986 Act, and other current members were part of this history. The foundation of American vaccine policy is built on the presumption that vaccines are unavoidably unsafe. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. understands this better than most, and it's time we all took a closer look. Said Thomas Schum.